This year, I attended Running Start for the first time. This year, I had women of color teachers for the first time. This year, the first time in years, I went to school and felt unafraid. This year, the first time in years I could breathe. There's a certain joy you have when you see yourself in a classroom for the first time. My whole life, my teachers have been white or male or both. My education always coming from a privileged tongue. Most people don't understand the importance of brown woman educators, but when your whole life is filled with white boards and white students and white teachers, you will begin to forget yourself. So the first time you have a professor who's brown and femme and immigrant and unashamed, your tongue will lift. Suddenly, for the first time after 13 years of the education system choking me, I burst into bloom, and I imagine what I would be like today if high school was like this. We deserve a high school like college, but not exactly like college, free. Minus white supremacy and rape culture, I imagine a science class I'd actually be interested in taking, where they teach you about Einstein and Henrietta Lacks, about the Tuskegee experiments, the wicked side of science and astrology, teach me about Katherine Johnson, about how black women have always reached for the stars or followed them even when we are hidden figures. I want history class remixed. Imagine opening a history book and seeing yourself. Yes, teach me about Christopher Columbus, about how he sailed the ocean blue, but also teach me of the sea of red he left behind. Give me a history class where America is not sugar sweet. Teach me how white men are not always saviors. We all know the conqueror gets to write the story, so teach me about conquest, about slavery, about blood. Yes, teach me whose blood colors our flag, but also teach me about comebacks. Teach me about Frederick Douglass, Malcolm X, the dangerous side of Harriet Tubman. Teach me how rebellion is not always peaceful. Imagine a high school where the teachers don't praise the Boston Tea Party and condemn the Baltimore riots in the same breath. And the day after the black kid is shot, the school does not keep pushing, does not ignore the grief. We pause and hold conversation. Imagine going to a school where your death is worth talking about. And yes, maybe high school won't ever look like this. Yes, maybe this is wishful thinking. Yes, we will survive either way. I will not rely on this system that was not meant to sustain me. I have already had to teach myself too much, but I do have hope. Maybe one day youth will know a high school that can hold them. So let's build it for them. Let's come up with an education system that serves as teacher and sanctuary. We can come up with ideas around a campfire, smoke swirling up to heaven as free as our dreams. Let these white textbooks be the kindling. I've got my own history now.